Welcome back to the Sword of Truth podcast, the alcohol-fueled, chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with a whole-ass drainage tunnel full of craft beer on the side. That is a lot, and I think that will be enough.
I think so, too.
Ironically, the beer we're having today, you don't need a lot at all, and that's what makes it wonderful.
You're Nate.
I am Nate. I am Nate. Is that the third time in a row I have managed to forget to introduce myself?
It could be. I wasn't here for the last one.
Oh my gosh, I'm on a roll. I am Nate. That
and
is
I'm
me.
Jade. And today we're going to be getting pounded by Chapter 10 of Temple of the Winds. What? we're talking about the water. The water.
Pounded by the water.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, we love a good innuendo, you know.
Everybody paying attention now? Good.
Yes.
Oh, man. So we hope everyone has enjoyed their 4th of July holiday or Treason Day to our friends across the pond. We're having a long weekend full of beer and relaxing. Jade had to work earlier today, so now begins the holiday for us. And we have to record this now because if we don't, then all of the fireworks are going to be going off here in about, well, probably actually before we finish this, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Plus, we have to get this done now, because I want to relax and, you know, not do shit on my holiday. So, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just the nothingness?
Mm-hmm. Pure nothingness.
Hey, we also want to take a moment to thank all of our book friends for supporting us over on Patreon. You guys are the best, and we could absolutely not do this without you. I am talking about Jenna Troska.
Hey, Jenna.
Boris Sorum.
Thanks, Boris.
Carulus.
Thank you, Carulus.
Joshua Peruse.
Hello, Josh.
Jonah.
Hey, Jonah. Jonah. I can say words.
The Spider-Man 360.
Thank you, the Spider-Man 360.
Amy.
Thanks, Amy.
Carolyn Streckman.
Hello, Carolyn. Fuck, I'm struggling.
Dean Glover.
Ooh, good thing you got that one. Hi, Dean.
Al Meyer.
Thank you, Dean. Fuck me. Hi, Al.
Madison Arnold.
Thank you, Madison.
Darren Uddles.
Oh, hello, Darren. Thank you.
Sarah Gallagher.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
And Brian Taft.
Hello, Brian.
Thank you guys again so much. You guys are carrying the show on your backs. We love you guys.
Yeah, because clearly I am not.
Jade's not with it at all,
No.
which is perfect. This works for us. You see, you just had a stressful day at work. You just don't want to deal with stuff. So you're going to have yourself a nice drink, which check. And we are going to dive into one of your favorite books. Check. Let the short weekend commence.
I don't have a good sound effect for that, but yes.
But good?
Gong or whatever.
Like a thumbs up gong or?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like a happy gong noise.
Like a happy gong noise.
Not a death gong.
Perfect.
You know?
What is a death gong? You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I have some things to search after we're done here. Well, I suppose you could ring a death gong at the beginning of this chapter.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
To set the tone.
Or at the end, when you're like, there it is.
That's true. Shall we begin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it up.
You're like, yeah, what are you waiting for? Go.
That's what we're here for, man.
Okay. It's intense. I gotta stop laughing. I can't do it. As Nadine is pulled under the water, Nadine hits Marlin in the face with the torch, more specifically right on the bridge of his nose.
Whoop.
Yeah, being that a torch is made from, like, Bernie chemicals and poop, and he's got it in the face, in the eye area, definitely on the nose area, right? Marlin has to let go and like take care of his face, and he is swept downstream.
I love that you said burny chemicals.
Burning yeah, like I don't know what they're using, but like an
Like
accelerant
kerosene
of some
or
kind.
some
Yeah,
shit,
some oil.
Yeah.
There's shit on there you don't want in your eyes.
Yeah,
like I
pitch
get why
or
he let
something.
go.
Yeah. No, I would too.
So Kahlan helps Nadine up and is almost happy with her, right? The torch is still lit. They know which direction Marlin is headed in, and Nadine's got a little more pluck to her than Kahlan first thought. She's like, maybe you're not half bad. And then she remembers why Nadine is there, and the sentiment fades.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to like you because I don't want Richard to like you.
That's right.
So, yeah, don't be awesome. How about
that's
that?
right. I don't like you.
Yeah.
Fuck. And even more after realizing that she just missed her chance to kill Jagang.
Well, I mean, at least neither one of you died. So at least
Yeah,
take
you are
that.
alive.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess. They switch places on the stone. Kahlan leading the way now.
Yeah, it's a whole like little dance move that they have to do.
Yeah, arms up, the torches in between them. The fire's got to be like hot and kind of blindy, and then you turn around and you can't see shit because there's no more light.
Mm-mm.
It'd be awful. But her toes are frozen from the cold water. Nadine is as cold as a fish in winter.
Weird.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, I get it. It's winter, they're outside, it's a fish, the water's cold, but like, isn't it warmer than the air?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I feel like maybe there's better analogies there. No, I can't think of one.
yeah, well, that's the problem,
Cold
then,
as
isn't
an
it?
ice cube in the freezer.
I mean, I get what was being done here, and it's
Yeah.
not like it's the worst thing ever. It's not like we can just sit here and bash it, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like you could have come up with something a little more intense.
Could've
I think
reached
that's
a
what it
little
is.
farther.
It's an intense scene in the book, and you're like a fish in winter, and you're like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
Cold
Oh.
like a wolf's heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, ooh,
Yeah.
okay, now I got you.
Yeah.
Whatever. Now, Nadine is worried that Marlin might be able to swim back upstream, but that's not going to happen since Marlin only has one fucking arm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he was even able to attack you the first time,
Right?
given the one arm situation. Like, the man would have had to. The amount of strength he had to have to hold on to the fucking stone and then also to leap out of the water in the way that he did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he had to grab a hold of her, so, like, he couldn't have been holding on to the stone when he leapt initially.
All legs, baby.
Yeah, so he really had to want it to do that.
Yeah.
But Nadine's also worried that he'll attack again. And, like, look, now that he's done it once, he might be a little more tired, but that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair.
Right, but Kahlan is in front now. This is key because now if he attacks, he'll attack her and she can just use her power on him. Kahlan says that if he waits, I took like an extra breath. That was so weird. Kahlan says that if he waits until she passes, then attacks Nadine, she should hit him harder the next time.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I felt like Nadine was kind of asking a dumb question. Like, what if he attacks him? Like, she was asking every question that we're in an intense moment,
Yeah.
and it's like when you don't want people to keep asking, you're just fucking figure it out. Like,
Figure it out, Nadine.
yeah, we're running on instinct here. I don't have a fucking plan.
Hit him with your torch.
yeah.
I don't have a torch.
I don't have magic. There's no way for me to help you if he grabs you again. So
Yeah.
just fucking hit him harder. Like, there's literally nothing else I can do for you. So figure it out.
And it is kind of funny because Kahlan's ability to battle Marlin in this instance is her power, right? So Nadine can't be close to Kahlan when she does that.
Right.
Specifically, don't be touching her, but like stay away when it happens. And so they're trying to crowd up because it's dark and they are sharing the one torch, but it's not good. So Kahlan's like, look, I can't sit here and literally hold your hand, can I?
No.
Because when mama's got work to do,
Yeah.
I gotta let go of the child's hand.
It is what it is. You decided to come down here with me, so
Yeah, she did.
I didn't ask. You decided.
She not only asked for this, she demanded it be
exactly.
done.
So suck it up, girlfriend.
So as they inch along the wall, they constantly survey the water all around them. Once again, Marlin could be anywhere. Kahlan knows that the tunnels have to be ending soon. All around them, the sound of the water seemed to be changing pitch, right? It's a little weird. And then thud.
That doesn't sound good.
Big thud. Chest thumping thud.
Haven't we heard that before?
I think we have.
Yeah. I would be worried.
You should always be worried.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I picture the walls and the ceiling shake, like the camera shakes, and the actor just kind of goes, oh. But it's bad. You're in a tunnel. If the whole thing is shaking, something's breaking.
Yeah.
I didn't intend for that to rhyme, but after it came out, it sounds like old wisdom.
You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
Oh, 2 for 2. Look at us go. So the walls of the tunnel illuminate as a huge blue, yellow, liquid mix of wizard's fire is hurled at them. Yay! Kahlan grabs Nadine. Those were wonderful sound effects, by the way. Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Thank you.
Kahlan grabs Nadine and screams to hold her breath, dragging her under the water. Nadine, she gets dunked again. She's tired of this shit. Nadine struggles to get back to the surface the second they're under the water, but Kahlan holds on to a stone and, holds on to Nadine and holds her in place.
Which, I mean, granted, I can swim, and I hate it. I hate getting dunked, and granted, she had to in this situation. We know Wizard's Fire is gonna fuck you up otherwise.
Yeah, this was necessary.
Yeah, but, if you've ever been, is it just dunked? What's the word for when somebody, maybe that's what
just
it is.
Pushes your head under? Dunks you, yeah.
Yeah, that's terrifying, and I hated it, especially if it holds you under.
Ugh. Or you get stuck underneath the floaty thing.
Oh, yeah. You can't find your way up.
Before,
panic.
Yeah.
Panic. Yeah. So I understand Nadine's worry here, but it's better than, burning to death.
The alternative? Yeah. So they manage to get a breath between these fire blasts, right? But they know they can't just keep doing this forever. Hell, even the freezing cold water could kill them at this point, right? They need to make a move on Marlin. And I would actually also argue that this is Wizard's Fire. It's not just a regular fireball, as far as we know, right? So that's super, super hot. So if you're blasting all of this fire, filling a giant drainage tunnel with it, then I imagine the water is warming up as well.
That's true. It would go from freezing
Maybe not.
cold.
It is moving water. So I guess there's that.
Yeah.
But if it's right there, it could start to boil.
Yeah. I mean, I think the point about it being moving water would make the chance of it going to boiling less, but there is a higher chance of it being warm.
I don't know. I just thought about that. Everything in there is going to heat up.
Yeah. No, you're right.
For sure.
You're right. And it is pretty fucking hot, so maybe it would make it boil right away, but...
Well, so they got to move fast.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, get this moving.
So they need to go under the water to get past him, right? It's the only way they can hide and stay away from the wizard's fire. They each take one more deep breath, and then Kahlan lets go of the stone. They go downstream. I think that's crazy. Okay, we know where we have to go. We have to get past somewhere because they don't see him yet.
No.
He's around a corner somewhere.
You just have to hope the water is going to take you.
Yeah. And when we go down the river, I rarely ever close my eyes just because there's moving water. You could notice a log or a rock or something and you need to avoid it.
Yeah.
And they're in there. Now, granted, it's a drainage tunnel. So you would, but there's stone walkways and shit. So yeah, I guess you could hit anything, really.
Yeah. I would be worried about hitting my head on the wall even. If it turns. Yeah. Apparently these tunnels are turning.
Yeah.
Because they can't see Marlin, so he's around a bend.
And she does. She cracks her shoulder.
Yeah.
She fucking nails it because you can't see where she's going underneath the water.
Yeah. Not great.
No. But they manage to catch a stone, and then they peek their heads over the waterline to see where they are. 20 feet away, there is a stone lattice. They can see daylight coming in through the grates, and just off to the side, facing away with a back full of arrows
Mm.
is Marlin.
Which is pretty fucking lucky that she caught the stone that she did, where she did. Just saying.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because otherwise, the way I picture this, and I could be wrong, but the way I picture this is like 20 feet away is the end of the tunnel
yeah.
with the grate,
Yeah.
and then it exits from the grate.
Yeah.
So had she not caught it, she just would have been 20 feet further, pinned up against this grate with the water.
Yeah. Arms or legs possibly stuck through the grate.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, that would be so bad.
And then Marlin just standing over them being like, ha ha, darling.
And Marlin's situation is actually worse than we thought it was. He's got a back full of arrows. So, like, attaboy to all the soldiers who got a shot off after he blew a hole through them.
They were trying.
They were. And I mean, it shows that they did their absolute best. You know, any regular guy who didn't have means of magic would have been dead for doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, if he just threw a grenade and ran, he would not have left the hallway just like Kahlan wanted, but it was beyond their control.
And, like, I don't know, he may have stopped, because he's not bleeding. His left arm's not bleeding.
Nope.
So he may
also
have
not
been able to
bleeding.
cut the bleeding off. But the man also has a back full of arrows, which means he definitely has, like, a punctured lung or two.
Yeah, internal organs are fucked
that
up
are
too.
fucked up.
Yeah.
But he's still being pushed through this like he's fine. Now, Kahlan does note right here that he's not looking super great. So he's, like, on his last legs. But he's definitely being pushed past what the normal body would be able to withstand. Not being healed, he's just, like, you know, cutting it off and running it out of gas.
Yeah. Ride it till it dies.
Yeah, he just, like, patched the tire and is riding it till it dies.
It kind of sounds like he's got CWD. Aaron and I talked about that on the Patreon episode. The deer with the chronic wasting disease. Like, it looks like it should be dead already, and it's just like, la-di-da, life is fine.
Yeah.
Just hopping around. Like Marlin, he's missing an arm. He's been bashed around underneath the water like Kahlan and Nadine, we can guess. Shot with arrows.
Like his face is all busted up as
Gotta
well
be.
now.
Like he blew everything up. I'm assuming he's burned in some capacity. And he's just like, fine. He's just standing there still. It's weird. It's just weird. It makes him even more creepy, I guess was my point. Now he's got arrows sticking out of his back. Weird zombie guy.
Mhm.
Fuck that.
Not great.
Excuse me. So she notices, we already covered that. The stump of his left arm is not bleeding. Now, Kahlan doesn't know what Jagang is capable of, but she understands now that he'll subject Marlin to anything to get what he wants. Like you were saying, he's going to run him out of gas.
Yeah.
Right now, it really looks like the plan is to sacrifice Marlin.
Yeah, which, I mean, would make sense, but he's also trying to get him out of there. You know, like it's
if he can,
weird... Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
It's a plus.
Yeah, he's running him out of gas, but if he can get him out and get him to do one more thing, then bonus!
Then, yeah.
This is a bonus round, fellas. We've made it past, like, you know, you in, like, Mario, you went through the little thing, you jumped through the little...
You went through the tunnel.
Yeah, you jumped through the little bloop, and then now you're in the bonus round where you can just...
Cloud City.
Yeah, except it's, you know...
the water one.
He hasn't quite made it there.
You're in the water one with the bullets.
Yeah, like he beat the level, but he's going through the bonus level and he's not doing well right now.
That's when you run into the Koopa.
Well, I guess he is doing better than Kahlan. We'll see how it goes.
So Marlin lifts his hands and blows a hole in the lattice grate, letting light pour into the tunnel. In the explosion, Kahlan loses her grip and gets pinned underneath a section of the grate, her head barely above the water. Now, she hadn't managed to get a good breath before this either, so she's like half sucking in air. Sorry, that was a burp.
It was perfect. It was wonderful. Very well timed.
And half sucking in water. Sorry. Whoo! Through the hole in the tunnel is a 50-foot drop to the rocks below, though. So, and it's rock, it's drainage, so it's not like rocks underwater. I feel like it's just rocks.
Yeah. No, it's just like going down. You know where we thought Gratch was dead in the last book?
Yeah.
like under the keep where there was just stones and shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's where we're going.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So she looks up and sees Marlin's smug fucking face smiling at her.
Hmm.
Yay.
That's so happy.
I mean, this sucks. It doesn't seem like she's hanging from the grate, like she's about to fall to her death, but she seems like we were talking about earlier, you're pinned between the water and the grate.
I think in this instant, because the grate is gone now, but she
Is
has.
the whole grate gone?
I think not all of it, but I think a piece of the grate has fallen on her, and she is pinned between, like, there is water pushing the grate against her into stones. So, like,
Oh, okay, I see.
like if the water would let up, the gate would fall down, she'd be fine. But because that won't, she's just stuck behind like a piece of the grating and the water, and she can't fucking move.
Ah, okay.
Which is
So
also
it's just the force of the water that's holding her still, though.
which is not a terrible thing, because if it wasn't holding her still, she would like fall to
She
her
would
death.
also, yeah,
Yeah. So
not great either way.
yeah.
Well, before we move on with the rest of our chapter, I think it is time for the beer break.
Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Do you want to go ahead and grab that? She's got to take a little trip over to the fridge. And she's back! How wonderful!
Yeah.
Okay, so today, this is, oh man, I'm excited. We haven't tried this. You didn't sip it yet, right?
No.
You didn't sip it yet. Okay.
Of course not.
Today, we have No Rules Chocolate Orange Vietnamese Porter. Imperial Porter aged in oak bourbon barrels, clocking in at 15%. It is a heavy hitter. I love this. Well, I love the No Rules variants in general, but once we saw that this one was orange chocolate, we're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But we're going to try it. And we figured since it was for you guys and for the 4th, because it's a holiday, then we're going to bust out some orange because it's the summer holiday.
It makes me think of the, you know those candies that are oranges, but they're chocolate? It's a chocolate orange.
No.
And it tastes, they also have a raspberry one, but it's still an orange, right? It's still in the shape of an orange, and like you unwrap it and they're like little slices of chocolate, but like little slices of oranges.
See, the closest
chocolate,
thing.
But they're raspberry.
Oh, raspberry. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like that. The closest thing I was comparing this to would be like an orange Tootsie Pop.
Oh.
Which were fine, you know? They weren't bad. So if that was their inspiration for this, then I could see it working.
See,
But I say that we try this bad boy.
when I was a child, I was obsessed with them, and then now as an adult, I'm like, I think I just liked that you could, make it like an orange. You could unwrap it like an orange.
Oh, you could eat the chocolate like an orange.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
So I'm a little scared of this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here we go. You know what? Not bad.
No, not too bad.
Not bad at all. I
Yeah.
don't think there's as much of a contradiction as what we were thinking there was going to be.
It's a thick boy.
Mm-hmm. Thick.
Yeah. Ours is also a little warm because we got a little excited. We couldn't wait till it was cold to drink.
Yeah,
it.
we just decided when we were going to drink it just before now.
Yeah.
So
But I think it's pretty good. I know
Yeah.
it's gonna get me where I want to be for sure tonight.
oh yeah, like I said, 15%. Yep. We're probably going to finish this bottle because it's a holiday. So strap in,
Yep.
JD.
Happy holidays, motherfuckers.
All right. We are going to keep sipping on this, and we'll be back right after this. And we are back. Back.
Back.
That was amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good one.
I feel
Anyways.
good about it.
So, with Kahlan trapped underneath the grate, Marlin thanks her for stopping by to see his escape. Marlin still / Jagang. Like, I still feel like this is Jagang speaking. It's
Yeah.
just Marlin's body.
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to say she's talking to Jagang. It's just via Marlin.
Yeah, absolutely.
And tells her that he's on his way to the wizard's keep, but he's not telling her any more than that. Which seems a little childish if you ask me. I'm going to tell you this much, but not anything else.
I mean, but also, like a villain should be, not like in a TV show. Like, yeah, you shouldn't.
Yeah, not dumb on his part by any means.
Yeah, you shouldn't tell me the whole plan. I just think it's funny also that he's like, I'm not going to tell you anything else. And then Caitlin proceeds to keep asking him questions like he's going to tell her anything.
Well, since you asked 3 times, I suppose. When Kahlan asks what he did to Kara, he just smiles, but he doesn't say a word. Apparently, he's keeping his promise.
Yeah.
Then he blasts away more of the grate. The grate that is simultaneously keeping Kahlan stuck and preventing her from going over the edge.
Yeah. Oh, also, I did want to note that during all of this, Kahlan has already seen that there's like a 50-foot fucking drop into rocks, right?
Yeah.
So when Marlin, Jagang, whatever, is standing there being like, I'm gonna escape and go to the Wizard's Keep. Not even a thought in her brain it says anywhere that, like, no, he's fucking not.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
The only way out's a 50-foot drop,
Yeah.
bro. Where are you going?
Yeah.
That was your exit plan, apparently.
Unless he can fly, this motherfucker ain't going anywhere.
Well, can he fly?
No, what? We've not met one person who is not, who is a person who can just fucking fly.
Oh, fuck, that would be so bad.
Not even Richard, so...
Like a creepy Batman who could take over your thoughts.
I wish you kind of would have been like, all right, go ahead.
Make your escape, please.
I will sit here and watch. I would love to.
So Kahlan is once again pushed closer to the edge of the tunnel. She tries as hard as she can to get back to safety, but the water still has her pinned. She's stuck. Jagang laughs and asks if she's having trouble.
Darling.
Darling. Always with the darling. Kahlan wants to scream at him, but there's nothing she can do. Marlin is only a few feet away.
So
but
close.
Suddenly... Dun-da-dum! Nadine! Here she comes to wreck the day! Sorry. No, she pops out of the water and swings the now dead torch. She let the torch go out. You know what? Overall, I'm sorry. We're going to have to mark you a negative for this mission.
Points.
You were supposed to keep the light. You didn't hold the light. I'm sorry. I know you got to swing and hit the bad guy again, but gosh, you know Nadine. Sorry. So this time she swings it as hard as she can at the back of Marlin's knees. Interesting choice, too.
Yeah, I probably would have gone for head.
I think I would have gone head, too.
But
okay.
What do I know?
She's thinking long game, right?
Well, also, okay.
Knock him into the water, send him over the edge.
Yeah, she had to get out of the water herself, and she doesn't have as
Also
much
true.
leg strength to pop as well as Marlin did, so she had to, do what she could.
Yeah, so she probably swung straight out, but just hit him in the knee.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's as high as she could get.
Okay. Wow, getting that orange now from the No Rules. Delicious. So as he sweeps past Kahlan, she grabs him by the fucking throat. Ow, by the way. And then they have a verbal pissing match, speculating on whose power will overcome the other. This lasts way too long.
So dumb. The whole time that she's talking, it's just like, why? Why are you, like, maybe say one thing, right? She should have said her first thing, and then as he's responding, fucking release your
Blast
power.
him. Yeah.
Anything he was gonna say, he could say after he's confessed.
Yeah, and he'll fight way less about it, too.
Yeah. Like, he's in there still because he's actively responding to you. So don't wait for him to have the chance to recoil after you're like, I am going to confess you now, sir.
Yeah, and I mean, and it would have been degrading to Jagang too, because she wouldn't have even let him finish his sentence. Either it does nothing to him, and all of a sudden Marlin just gets cut off, and he's like, oh damn, Kahlan means business. Or it fries him, and double plus.
Yeah.
Like, both of them are gone. I don't see, just do it, do it.
And I mean, it would have given bonus, had she not been groveling for information all the way up till now, it would have been like, oh, I don't even care what you say. I have no use for your information. I'm just going to try and kill you. But he knows that that's not
she
true.
needed stuff. Yeah, he did have some leverage.
Yeah.
So, well, Jagang says that even if she could kill him, which she can't, by the way, I want to make that clear, but you can't. It wouldn't matter. The Order is going to survive his death of any one man, since it's mankind's destiny to free himself from magic. Look, you
It's
can
a
kill
cult.
me, but I don't matter because they will carry on.
Yeah.
Fools believe in magic, and Jagang is going to be the one who is strong enough, tough enough to lead the world without needing it.
After needing it to lead
right.
the
We're
world
just gonna
in
use it
the
for a little
first
while.
place, which is a really weird thing that you're doing, but go off, bud.
It's like the Temp V.
It'll wear off eventually, and we'll be fine with
You're just going
it.
to use a little
Yeah.
bit. I'm sorry.
So wait,
Watch The Boys. That's a great show.
but in his world, I guess we haven't really gotten a whole bunch of details, but like all of the magical creatures would be put to death, right? Because magic has to
Yeah.
be pissed out of
Yeah,
the world.
long game. Yeah. They got to take care of anything magic.
So, I mean, I know he's like, it doesn't matter if I die, because the Order will continue on, right? Okay. But in order for him to lead the world without magic...
I think that's what part of this is. The magic people that are working for Jagang probably A, don't have a fucking choice. And B, think, okay, maybe if I help him, I get preferential treatment. I.e., maybe they let me live until I just die naturally, and then no more magic. Or maybe they are going to kill me anyways, but I won't be, like, raped and savaged. They'll just, like, put one in my head and call it good.
I guess I was just making the point that in order for him to lead a world without magic, even without magic himself, he would have, like, he's a creature of magic. So the only way to rid himself of magic is to kill himself.
Yeah. He's got to go.
So he can't, there's no way for him to lead a world without magic, without magic.
He's totally wrong. He's like, I will do it without magic. Like, dude, you're using magic right now.
Yeah,
In fact, we wouldn't be having this conversation without your fucking magic.
Yeah, and they can't rid you of it while you're alive, so riddle me that.
Yeah. Well, Kahlan rages at this, understandably, and then releases her restraint. Just for a second, something is different. A sort of resistance. And then, thunder without sound. Fuck yeah! Nadine screams from being so close to the blast.
Ouchies!
Yeah. Well, Marlin's mouth goes slack, but instead of words of supplication that normally come from a confessed person's mouth, there's only blood. And a little out of his nose, and I like to picture his ears and his eyes and just kind of...
Mouth.
Yeah, everything. His head lolls off to the side, and Kahlan knows Marlin is dead. So there you go.
Which lets you know that he was only living because Jagang was keeping his brain and or heart moving until that very moment.
Right. So that's the thing. We know Marlin is dead, but we don't know the whereabouts of Jagang. Not really. The body was confessed. We don't know if she got Jagang, if she missed him. All we know is that Marlin is dead, and now we're assuming Jagang is not in there because Marlin is dead. Had the confession worked, Marlin would have been like, command me, mistress, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, it probably worked, but, you can't really confess a dead person.
Exactly. So are we assuming then that Jagang outied and then...
Yeah, I think
and then
so.
she got a dead body, pretty much?
That's what the resistance was, I think, was him like, nope?
Him noping out.
Yeah.
Him yeeting himself from Marlin's brain. Well, she lets go of him and lets his body wash over the side of the tunnel. And good fucking riddance. Falling down to the rocks below. She is beyond upset with herself. She almost fucking had him. Almost. Every time. And now, on top of everything else that has happened, now she's got to explain this shit to Richard. Oh,
yeah.
It's going to be even worse now. I mean, she did everything she could possibly do once he escaped. I get that, but oof.
Shouldn't have gone down there, though.
She's also exhausted, not only from everything that just happened, but using her power as well. Nadine, weeping, helps her back into the tunnel. She thought she was going to be ripped apart by Kahlan's magic and asks if she did anything to her. She's like, am I going to die? Did you get me too?
Yeah, because she's never seen a confession, so she doesn't know if that's what the thing is.
This is her first time seeing anything like that. And look, Kahlan assures her that she's not going to die, right? But had she been touching Marlin, she would have been destroyed. Now, I would have just let her on a little bit here. Be like, say, you know what? I'm not really sure if you're going to die yet. After all, you were pretty close. And it would probably be best for you to just stay in your fucking room.
maybe lay it on thick about how, after you've been touched by a confessor in any capacity, you are not allowed to lie to said confessor or disobey them in any way. And if you do, you'll die.
And stop your heart or explode your head.
Yeah, so if I tell you to stay in your room, or if you say something like, I'm not trying to go after your man, and you're not telling me the fucking truth, you're gonna die. So I would be honest and, stay the fuck out of my way.
That's right. I don't want to, up something that's not really mentionable, but I'm in fucking charge now.
Yeah.
So, Right now, though, they have to go see Kara. Nadine asks how they're going to get back without the torch. She says it's impossible. Kahlan reminds her that nothing is impossible as long as you're fucking Richard. I'm sorry. Nothing's impossible. Yeah, just that.
Impossible. Impossible things happen Anyways. Yeah.
That's right. All they have to do is put their left hand on the wall and follow it back. Remember? They made it all right turns.
Yeah, just like what you're talking about. It's a maze.
Exactly. Now, they'll know where the stairs are because the water hits them, right? And the sound's different because they have the little echo chamber there. It's a bit of a stretch. There's a lot of tunnel. It's dark. You don't have a torch now.
I also thought maybe it was maybe if... She's been hanging out with Richard, okay? So I feel like maybe that line of thinking comes from
She's been hanging out with that Richard boy again.
That when you hear the
runs around with a sword, I hear.
Motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
When you hear the different stones and rivers, you can tell where you are by hearing the sounds or some shit. Like he's totally some river knowledge with rocks, right? So maybe that's where it's coming from.
And this is another big tunnel that you can also hear the water echoing from, I think was part of the point.
Right. But my thing is when she was like, Didn't you notice that there was a different sound in there when there were stepping stones? No, bitch. we were chasing a psychopath who was jumping out of the goddamn water. No, I did not
bit busy.
Notice that there was a different sound in the water.
Murdered.
You asshole. God.
That's great. I'm sorry. Were you not outrunning a psychopath?
Yeah.
Because I was.
Yeah. Sorry I wasn't being the most observant to everything in the fucking room.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Okay. Sorry, gotta get serious again. They do have to try and get to Kara, though, right? Kara needs their help. So really, they don't have a choice. They gotta try. They have to try.
Yeah, well, I would be assuming she's dead by now. I'm just saying, like, realistically, if I were them. But yeah, we probably should. Because
at least there's a chance.
If she is down there still screaming, I'm assuming nobody else is going to go the fuck down there after everything that happened.
Right. No. Nadine hesitantly agrees to go with. Again, like she has a choice.
Oh, you were all for this when we first started this shit.
Right. Oh, you wanted to come with. Now you're like, yeah.
You wanted to look in the eyes of the madman.
Well, there he went.
Yeah.
Then she tears a strip from the bottom of Kahlan's dress and dresses Kahlan's wound with it. She's like, okay, all right, we'll do this. But still first, I'm going to take care of you because even though you're totally in charge and leading the way, you're going to I don't know. I feel like Nadine is being just a little petty here. Like, you have to let me take care of you. That way she has something up on Kahlan. Like, now Kahlan has to do what I say because she's hurt.
Yeah, well...
And I take care of the hurt people.
And also, I don't know, her comment about being like, when we get back, you have to make sure you're cautious with it until we get back and I can sew you up. Like, I have probably someone who's been sewing my wounds here since I was a child.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to have you, so, no, I'm going to go to somebody who's probably given me lots of stitches and not giving me any scars that I trust and not some little Westland bumpkin.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. Not only am I fianced to the Lord Rawl, right? I actually have standing above him. I beat queens. I beat the Lord Rawl. I'm the mother. I'm number one. Number one.
Yeah.
I got a guy for that.
Yeah, I need the best
I got
stitches
several guys for that, in fact.
all of the Midlands and Ahara here. He's the best plastic surgeon. Well, not plastic. We don't have plastic, but you know what I mean.
I'm not going to have
the best cosmetic surgeon in the
hubby's
Midlands.
ex be doing surgery on me.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah. I'll take Kara over you, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, well, she'll be gentler, probably.
Yeah, she'll leave a badass scar, but,
Oh, man. Well, if you want to tell us what you thought of this chapter, you can email us at podcastatt@gmail.com or find us on any of our social medias at podcastatt. And if you enjoyed this episode and you want to help support us, you can go over to patreon.com/podcastatt and make a pledge. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We are going to be finishing this beer and blowing some shit up. And we'll see you real soon.
Bye!
Hopefully with all of our fingers.
Don't say that.
Cheers.